Hey guys, out here in the RV with another video update. Well, actually I think this will be an original video because I don't think I filmed this before I left. So I installed the Tire Minder A1AS system on my RV before I went on a trip, and now I'm back from that trip and I'm going to give you a review on what I found. So the system itself I like. It worked well, except for, as you can see right there where it says no signal, that was a recurring problem during my trip, and I have emailed Tire Minder and they're telling me to relocate or attempt to relocate my signal extender underneath. Excuse me while I move around and readjust myself and get a better camera angle. You can kind of see where I got it set up. The box is not part of the issue. So anyway, I have my RV and then I have my trailer. So you see the 6 on the front and you see the 4 on the back, and you see the one that's flashing NS. That means no signal. Like I said, this is the problem that I had throughout the entire trip. I kept losing the signal. I would stop, it would come back, and then I would start driving and we would lose signal again. So overall, this system works, and it works great. I chose this system after doing my research and thought it was what was best for me compared to the other ones. Some of the other different units from Tire Minder and from some of the other places. This one came in less expensive than the other ones. Some of the other ones have some more parameters that you can set, and I found out during my trip those can or cannot be a good thing, such as tire temperature. This one monitors temperature. It does not do it on the same page. Let me see if I can push the button. And there you see my tire temperatures. Now you see these things all over. We've got a 98, we've got a 104, we've got a 96, we've got a 95, we've got an 80. You know, that inner dual at the 104 on the back, it seems kind of high. That tire is in direct sunlight right now, but the inner dual should be shaded. So there was some differences that I noticed, like the 84 and the 96 between the two tires. You know, I double checked. There was only slight variations between the monitor and the tire gauge. There we go. Look at that. It just switched to 96 to 96, which is approximately okay. I believe those were 85 cold. It is very warm where I am at outside already. These things are not covered, so they're in sunlight. So I expect them to be, you know, at the 96. But anyway, whoop, bad camera. Switch it back. So overall impressions, this is a good system. Overall impressions, I like it. It gives you some, I don't want to call it peace of mind, but as you're traveling, it can detect some problems for you hopefully before you blow a tire. I've blown a tire before, and it's not a pleasant thing. And especially when it comes to being on a trailer, if you can pull over and stop before that tire comes apart and tears your trailer apart, that's a good thing. Price wise, this was in the price range that I felt comfortable with. There are some that are much more expensive. There are some that are less expensive. This was, in my mind, middle of the road. It looked like it would handle all of my needs. I did not go with the flow-through sensors. I went with the little button sensors. Like I said, they all work, but this is a recurring issue that I have to deal with. So I have to get up underneath there and fix, or I shouldn't say fix. I'm going to relocate the extender. Now, on the videos that I watched, they showed pointing the extender antennas towards the ground and using the ground to bounce the signal off back to your trailer. In the instructions, it does not say to do that. It says to mount it horizontal along the frame, pointing with the antennas pointing towards the back. And that's how I did it, as the manufacturer suggested. Now, I think when I relocate, I'm going to point the antennas towards the ground. They tried to tell me to more centrally locate it. Well, without extending the wires myself, I am using every inch of wire that they give you, which they give you quite a bit of wire to move the extender back towards the center of the RV, so it gets a good signal towards the trailer. You know, if you're towing one or on your car or whatever you're towing, you can put these sensors on your car. If you're towing a car, flat tow, whatever, you could put them on a tow dolly. The ease of use is very easy. Setting it up and getting everything done was very easy. Came with extra batteries. It did not come with extra monitors, which is, you know, if you lose a monitor, you're out. And those things are $50 a piece, so you really don't want to lose one. But I'm going to go ahead and call this a decent choice, a decent contender. With the research that I did, this unit will work for me once I get it working where it doesn't lose the signal towards my trailer tires. You know, I'm going to be much happier. And right now my trailer is not connected. It is somewhere else on my property, and it's still picking up a signal on 3 of the 4 tires. So, you know, that's a good thing. And the tires are covered. So, you know, static, they're okay. Once I got moving, that's when I lost. I would lose a signal on all 4 tires, and this thing starts beeping at you. Like right now, the red light's flashing. If you notice in the beginning of the video, it's beeping. The other thing I noticed, I live in a very hot part of the country, and I went north, and we hit some rain, and tire temperatures changed rapidly, and the alarm went off. It wasn't that there was anything wrong. It was just that the sensors noticed a sharp temperature change, and they went off. Some of these other ones have more adjustable parameters as far as temperature change goes, etc. I got to set, I believe, the high and the low limit on the pressure, but I was not able to mess with the tire temperature. And living in a very hot part of the United States, it could be a consideration for you. And if you're traveling around in the hot point, if you know your tires and you know your RV and you're checking it on a regular basis, this is just kind of like a backup system while you're driving, while you're traveling. If you know you're in a hot part of the country, you know your tires are going to get hot, then, you know, if you get 2 or more tires that come up above temperature, you're okay. If you get one that spikes, well, maybe it's time to pull over and give that thing a check out. You know, that's what it's designed for. Same thing with the pressures. I mean, when this thing started losing a signal, I immediately pulled over and I started checking all the sensors, and then we kept going and it did it again, and I stopped and I checked the sensors again. Well, once I felt comfortable that the sensors were not coming off and that I was just losing signal, I just continued on my way. And, you know, I've done multiple trips, multiple times with the same exact trailer. Never lost a tire. I did lose a bearing, which if I had this on here, maybe I would have noticed a spike in temperature when I lost that bearing, which would have been nice. But other than that, there was no damage done except for to the bearings, and I had to replace the bearings and whatnot. So, peace of mind, yes. Great. Yeah. Middle of the road. I'm going to give it middle of the road. But I do like it. I am going to continue to use it. And there you go. This is the Tire Minder A1AS system. I don't get any sponsors or nothing. I'm just an average working Joe, so nobody's going to send me these systems to try out. I'm not a full-time RVer, so I'm not going to be driving around testing all these products for people, but that's my down and dirty Tire Minder review, guys. I will talk at you later.